First, program to implement adjacency matrix of a given graph. Here the method name is create adjacency matrix. In this we are passing two arrays as parameter. To store the adjacency matrix value, one array, and the input values one array. Here we are using two for loops to say the adjacency array as 0. First we are initializing the adjacency list as 0. Next we are traversing the array of edges and setting the adjacency matrix values as 1. For I equal to 0 to m, int x equal to array of I0, y equal to array of I1. We are checking that there is a path. If path in that position we are setting as 1. Then print adjacency matrix of using these two for loops we are displaying the adjacency array. In the main function we are going to call the functions. N equal to 5 denotes that the 5 vertices are there. Array holds the edges list. 1, 2 denotes there is a path between vertex 1 and 2. 2, 3 means there is a path between 2 and 3. Then we are calculating number of edges. After that we are declaring the adjacency matrix. Then we are calling create adjacency matrix method to get the adjacency matrix values. After that we are calling print adjacency matrix method. The output of the adjacency matrix is shown here. Next, C program to represent graph using adjacency list. First we are creating a structure adjacency list node. Here two variables are there. One is for storing destination, then another one is a pointer variable. Next we are creating a structure adjacency list. Here one pointer variable is there. It's a head pointer. Then the structure is graph. Here we store vertex, then one pointer array, adjacent list star array to store the adjacency, to store the adjacent nodes. Then we are creating a new node. New node equal to new adjacency list node of source. We are calling the method in the next new node next equal to graph array of destination dot head. We are setting the head value to the next position. Then graph array destination dot head equal to new node. In the head position we are storing the new node. First we are creating a new node, then we are storing the next position as head. After that in the head we are storing that new node. Next in print graph method using for loop we are displaying the adjacency list. In the main function v equal to 5 denotes 5 vertices are there. Then we are calling create graph of v. After that we are adding add edge method. After adding the edges we are calling the print graph function to display the graph. Next is new adjacency list node method. In this first we are allocating space for the new node using malloc function. After that in the destination we are storing the value, and in the next field we are setting as null. This is a new node, so next field contains null. Then next is create graph method. In the create graph method first we are allocating space for the graph using malloc function. Next in the graph v we are storing the vertex value. Then we are allocating space for the array to store the adjacency list of the vertex v. Using malloc we are allocating space. After that, using for loop we are setting the head values as null. Then we are returning the graph. Then add edge method. In the add edge method, we are calling the new adjacent list node of destination first. Then in the next field we are storing the head value. After that, in the head we are storing the new node. This is the output for the adjacency list representation. Then depth first search program in C using adjacency matrix representation. Here we are using a function called DFS. Then in the main function, printf enter number of vertices. We are getting number of vertices. Then we are getting the adjacency matrix of the graph using for loops. After that, we are calling DFS of 0. We are going to search from 0 root node. In the DFS method, first we are printing that node and setting visited as 1. Then we are checking that if there is a left child for that node and that is not visited. If so, we are setting as 1, and from that node again we are calling DFS of j. Using regression, we are printing the depth first search of a given graph. This is sample output. Then breadth first search. Here the functions are create graph, breadth first traversal, then BFS of insert q, delete q, empty q. First we are calling the create graph method. After that, we are calling BF traversal to display the breadth first search of a given graph. In the breadth first traversal, using for loop, first we are initializing all the values as 1. Then we are getting the starting vertex of the breadth first. After that, in the BFS of method, we are inserting that value into the queue and we are setting the state as waiting. While the queue is not empty, we are deleting the node and displaying. After that displaying, we are setting the state as visited. Next, we are checking that there is adjacent values for that node. If adjacent is 1 and the state is initial, then we are inserting that value into the queue and setting the state as waiting. Next, in the insert queue method, if rear equal to max minus 1, then we know that the queue is overflow. Else, if front equal to minus 1 means there is no element in the queue, front is 0, the rear is rear plus 1. In that rear position, we are inserting the vertex. Then is empty of queue method. If front equal to minus 1 and front greater than rear means the queue is empty. So it returns 1, otherwise it returns 0. The delete queue method. The delete queue method, if front equal to minus 1 and front greater than rear, then we are printing that queue is underflow. Means there is no element in the queue, so we can't delete. Otherwise, deleting the item, we are deleting from the front. We are in the delete item, we are storing the front value queue of front. Then we are moving the front pointer to 1. This is a deleted element, so we are returning that element. The next is create graph. In the create graph method, first we are getting the number of vertices and setting the max edges. Using for loop, we are getting the edge list. If we are giving origin minus 1 and destination minus 1 means number of edges or over, say, to guide the number of edges, we are giving origin equal to minus 1 and destination equal to minus 1. Next, using if, we are checking that if there is an invalid edge. If there is an invalid edge, we are reducing the count value by 1 to remove that invalid edge. After that, we are setting the adjacency matrix value as 1 if there is a path. Means adjacent of origin destination equal to 1. This is a sample output. Next, program for Dijkstra's algorithm in C. Here we are using a function Dijkstra's. In the main function, we are getting number of vertices, and then we are getting the adjacency matrix using 2 for loops. After that, we are getting the starting node. Then we are calling the Dijkstra's function. In the Dijkstra's function, we are initializing the, here we are declaring the variables. After that, using for loop, we are setting the graph, if graph of ij equal to 0, then cost is infinite, means there is no path. Otherwise, we are setting the cost in that cost value in that cost array. After that, using for loop, distance of I equal to cost of start node I. We are initializing the cost value from the start vertex. Then we are setting the predecessor as a start node. We are setting visited as 0. First, we are initializing the values here. Then distance of start node equal to 0. We are setting the visited as 1, count as 1. After that, while count number of vertex minus 1. Then distance, we are setting the distance as infinite using for loop. If distance of I is less than infinite and it is not a visited vertex, then we are setting the distance into min distance. Next node equal to I. Next, we are setting the node as visited by visited of next node equal to 1. Then using for, if the vertex is not visited, then we are checking there is a better path or not. If the minimum distance plus the cost less than the distance we already found, then we are updating the values. Distance equal to mid distance plus cost. Then we are setting the predecessor as a new next node, current node. Then we are increasing the count. After using for loop, we are checking if it is not start node, then we are displaying the distance, then we are displaying the path. After that, using do while loop, we are displaying the predecessor value. This is the output.